All right, y'all, welcome to the show. As per usual, I have a tremendous show for you. Tremendous is the word I'd like to use to describe today's show. So in just a second, we're going to dive into an amazing comparison. How Trump sounded in 2016 versus how he sounds in 2020 when it comes to debate answers. Look, it speaks for itself, man. I mean, we were having this conversation about Joe Biden. If you compare even 2019 versus today, massive decline in his cognitive ability. Never mind if you go back to like 2012 Joe Biden versus 2024 Joe Biden. But with Trump, you're going to see a very, very similar thing here. Just totally incapable of staying on the topic. So I'll show you that. Then after that, we'll get to Marjorie Taylor Greene's lies have finally caught up with her. She had a humiliating moment where she spread a complete falsehood, but she eventually walked it back. Then we also have Trump. All the right-wingers love to melt down about voter fraud and election fraud, and oh my God, the Democrats are doing it, and this and that. Trump was given a speech the other day and just casually recommended his voters commit voter fraud. I mean, the clip is out of this world. It's incredible that he just said this nonchalantly. And then later on, we'll also get to Trump fails Economics 101, and J.D. Vance refuses to defend his wife from MAGA's racism. That is a disturbing clip, and I'm sure that she's having some choice words with him behind the scenes. I can't imagine that their marriage is cruising on easy street at the moment, given the shit that he's been saying and what he got involved in. So anyway, without any further ado, we're going to jump into it. Everybody do me a big favor. Please subscribe to the channel. That helps out big time, and it costs you absolutely nothing. We're trying to get to 10 million subs so we can get that sexy plaque behind on the wall. Don't worry, we'll find a place for it. I know it's a little busy back there, but we'll figure it out. So hook a brother up with that. And remember, not all of us are like Tim Pool or Benny Johnson or those other assholes who were taking Russian government money or shady billionaire money. This show is funded by the default ads on YouTube and then your guys' Patreon donations. So hook a brother up with $2 a month, $5 a month if you like actual independent media, not new corporate media as I call it. All right, let's dive into it. So here we go, y'all. Here we go. This is quite a video. Here we see Trump in 2016 versus Trump in 2020. This is in the debates. Notice the stark difference in like mental capabilities here. Let's watch.
We compared his debate answers back in 2016 to the ones that he gave this week. After the very first question on the issue of immigration, that is right there in his wheelhouse. This week, as you'll see, he veers off topic several times. Watch.
Well, first of all, she wants to give amnesty, which is a disaster and very unfair to all of the people that are waiting in line for many, many years. We need strong borders.
First, let me respond as to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go.
They're coming in illegally. Drugs are pouring in through the border. We have no country if we have no border.
People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics.
The single biggest problem is heroin that pours across our southern borders, just pouring and destroying their youth.
And what's going on here, you're going to end up in World War III, just to go into another subject. What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country.
Now, I want to build the wall. We need the wall. The Border Patrol, ICE, they all want the wall. We stop the drugs. We shore up the border.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
And once the border is secured, at a later date, we'll make a determination as to the rest. But we have some bad hombres here, and we're going to get them out.
If she becomes president, this country doesn't have a chance of success. Not only success, we'll end up being Venezuela on steroids.
That's an incredible video. And just to put it in perspective for you, the scandal back in 2016 was that he said bad hombres, and everybody was focusing on that. This goes to show you how he's gotten exponentially worse. It went from he used the term bad hombres to now he's spreading a lie which originated from a literal Nazi group called Blood Tribe. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. That's from a Nazi group called Blood Tribe. And the right has been bending over backwards in 14 different ways to try to prove that point since he said it. And every single time they've came up with nothing. They got a whole bunch of total out of context videos, not from Springfield, not of Haitian migrants. In one instance, somebody having a mental health crisis who killed an animal. In another instance, somebody clearing the road of roadkill geese. There's another one of somebody cooking a duck or a chicken on a grill, and Chris Rufo paid $5,000 to get the video, and then he lies and says, it proves the cat thing, it proves it. No, it doesn't. Again, this all stemmed from a neo-Nazi group. This is what he said this time. But notice, total inability to stay on topic. Look, 2016 Trump, I don't agree with him ideologically, but he could stay on the issue you gave him. If you ask him about immigration, he can talk about immigration for 4 or 5 minutes and not go off topic and be relatively inside the realm of that which is policy-based, let's say. Whereas now, and everybody pointed it out, he was baited by Kamala because she put a poison pill in the thing she said. She was like, by the way, I invite you to go to his rallies. You go to his rallies and you'll see people leaving early because it's boring. She put that in there, and then what happened with Trump? Immediately baited. By the way, I saw Matt Taibbi had wrote something about how if you're saying that Trump was baited by Kamala, it's like a massive conspiracy where all the media people have agreed to run with that DNC talking point, or everybody watched the debate and saw the most obvious thing in the world, which is that her plan was to try to bait him and he fell for it. Or that. It's the most obvious thing in the world, but no, it's got to be concerted conspiracy theory, according to Matt Taibbi, who inexplicably has now totally chugged the MAGA Kool-Aid and is acting like a fool. But nonetheless, I digress from that. He doesn't deserve almost any time at all from anybody. He was able to stay on topic, and now he's not. It's that simple. And this is something. Remember when Biden in his debate, what was he asked about? He was asked about abortion, I think, which is supposed to be like right in his wheelhouse, right in the Democratic wheelhouse. And then he pivots to talking about immigrant rapists, which is the weak point, right? Talking about immigration is like a weaker thing for him. I think the point he was trying to make is that you have instances of criminals who rape women, and then you want the policy to be they can't get an abortion even if they're raped by an immigrant. I think he was trying to say that, but his brain is just pure oatmeal now, and it's leaking out of his ears. So all he could do was bring up the immigrant rape thing, and then he forgot where he was going and crashed, right? And it became, he took what should have been a layup answer for him, and he fucking shit the bed and jumped the shark, and whatever other metaphor you want to use. So that's what happened with Biden, and everybody was like, man, that's dark. This guy is struggling. But now, you look at Trump, this is the same shit. He took a question about immigration, which should have been a strong point for him, and all of a sudden he's talking about his crowd sizes, and he spreads a Nazi lie, right? Like, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? He has definitely declined. He is not the same guy from 2016. Not the same guy. He's not even the same guy from 2020. Look, 2020 Trump was Fox News Grandpa Trump. And Fox News Grandpa Trump is infinitely preferable to internet brain poisoned Trump, who also is in cognitive decline, right? So, and people have pointed out, look, his age now shows. When you don't have Biden to compare it to, and it's Trump versus Kamala, now his age is showing. He's up there, bro. He's up there. And moments like this are probably going to be more common. Got baited, could not stay on topic, and you think this is bad, go look at his rallies, too. Go look at his rallies. The late, great Hannibal Lecter and windmills cause cancer and whatever other, go-to talking points he has. Incoherent, and he will remain that way. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.